evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
Not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello, and welcome to Talkin' Dirty with your boy. Me. Season started last night with a boom. So nice to see a bunch of dirties. Don't worry, Coach Maestro got his dirty list already started because that's what you guys do. Make it happen. Let's talk about one of the most discussed starts to the season. That was the Originators versus Beasts of the East. And I'm saying not from the singular standpoint, one particular player, but two players I wanted to see how they work together. And that was watching the work of Cooper Flagg and Victor Ilgauskas on the floor. A beautiful combination of speed, power, awareness, and floor flexibility. And talk about what I mean there from the scouting standpoint. So let's go back to a couple of rules or principles of leverage, and it's something that Coach Dodge always shows really well. The opening plays of the game start out like this. OGs bring it up. Great move, pass through the floor. Cooper Flagg goes in. He gets a dunk. Why did he get the dunk? As he cut to the open floor, moving to the rim, didn't put the ball down, straight up, no waste of motion. Boom, instant dirty. Coming back on the defensive side, Cooper, who has great footwork off ball, showed that as Victor held the three-quarter court, Cooper held the true front court. So when a clean pass came in, and one can say that player might have even said, "I'm open," as they turned to make the shot. Cooper's footwork, what did he do? He went up, block. OGs right back up the court. That happened all night. To see both Cooper Flagg and Ilgauskas start off the season with the dirty, working together, using their speed, using their awareness, using their floor moves. That is how you make a front court work. The idea here is Victor, as many of you know, I've talked about him a lot from last season. He already has a strong floor awareness. And how did he use it? He and Cooper never orbited around the same central point on the floor. They were always winged off of each other. Give Coach Dodge credit. You know she preaches balance. That's just what type of coach she is. Extremely aware, extremely knowledgeable, and always has shown the ability to use talent in every single way. And it shined having those two players dominate the way they did yesterday. Key in that domination, when I said winged off of each other, if one was in the low post, either an offensive defense, the other was flared off to the either up wing or down wing weak side. And they did that all night, whether it was a conscious move or not from coaching and coaching principles, or whether it was just both of their natural awarenesses. That is how you utilize floor space, ultimately making them unstoppable. Because if you go and you crash on one, the other's open. And that happened all throughout the night. The game never really got close because of that dominance. And, oh, by the way, doing it on defense, which both players were able to do, showed us something else. Showed us that there was an awareness to how the ball moved, how I needed to be in contact with my man, if not simple awareness of my man, to then be able to move forward and be able to be impactful in the play. Things that I can see working on just even from the first game. The one thing that Cooper Flagg has in his advantage is he definitely has a very quick first step, as we saw that off of his handle. And we see that he also has an ability to recognize where he is able to move, right? The only time he was stopped on any offensive possession is when he stopped himself. What am I saying? In the stop one-on-one game and move, Cooper was very strong. In the up-tempo game, he was very strong. It was in that mid-tempo game where we saw just a little chink in the armor. That's easy to work on, especially for someone with his athleticism. If he learns to do that learn a three-quarter speed move, three-quarter dribble to work his way into his move, that's going to be the complete circle because he has those type of hands. He has those type of abilities. The same thing with Legauskas. Legauskas has the upfront power move. He also has learned a quick, very quick and powerful back step cut move. So beautiful to see. Now, once he develops a little bit better of a mid-range shot, I just can't see them not scoring on every possession and then some. The defensive prowess that they both bring to the game, oh, that's going to be awesome. Coach Dodge has got something on her hands, and I don't even talk about the other players yet. I'm just focusing on those two because that's what we're talking about today. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you got a chance to catch the game. Catch the game on replay. I know I am going to do some more notes on it. And thank you for checking out this half of Talking Dirty with Maestro. Get you another seat.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
be
be the
the
game.
game.
Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Welcome back to the second half of Talking Dirty with your boy. Let's get into it. I want to talk about some of the principles we talked about in the first half, and that is flare relationship in a defensive of offensive posture. A lot of the games I saw last night, there were very few front courts that seemed to be balanced. People seemed to be looking for their space. And in some cases, it mirrored a lot of what we saw in the runs. And by that, I mean this. There were a lot of times when I saw one player could guard not only one player, but could have guarded two. Now, what does that mean? That means someone in that group of offensive players did not look to find open floor to just take, even if it's two steps away, more than an arm length extends what little part of the defense that you have. And that is the sort of thing that you look for in order to offset a defensive posture. You also make yourself available. Now, how do I do that? That means I don't run to my man. If I'm on the offensive side, for instance, let's use the example that I talked about before, with Legauskas and Flag. If one was in the low post, the other was flared off, either weak side left stagnant or the other side, right? That being said, if I see my counterpart in the post, I might flare around him to get to my spot. I just don't go straight to my spot. Why am I doing that? I want to upset the defense. I'm not going there to move and state it in order to be guarded by two. I'm giving motion because I am creating a quasi screen setup. When I come across the other side, if both players follow me, my man's is open underneath the rim. If both players freeze and stop on my man in the post, I'm now open, mid-range shot, open on the other side of the rim. I can make a quick step in, choose balance, maybe even an and one. That is how you utilize floor space in tandem with two bigs who are that athletic. Add it onto the fact, if I do that exact same move, and let's say defense holds true on their principles. In other words, one comes with me, the other stays home. And I still receive the ball in the mid-set post. So I'm sort of halfway in the free throw lanes, but I'm off the free throw lanes by, let's just say for arbitrary sake, 4 feet. If I catch it there, what can I do? I make a quick glance back into the post because hopefully my counterpart didn't stay still under the post, but took one step toward the free throw line. Now they're open. I make a pass in between my man and the free throw line. So that way I'm out of the defensive reach of their player. If they crash in on him, I then go to the other side of the rim. He TikToks it back to me, choose violence at the rim. If they don't, and I have a counterpart with quick first steps, the way we see with Lagauskas and Flag, they can then choose violence on the man that they have. Very few people can take them one-on-one. Want to see that happen? It's 2 points. Understand your space relationship with your teammate. Now is the time to develop that. Check out your game film, see what you did right, but really see what you did wrong. And always start there. Because if you played on instincts, that means you're going to do the right things automatically. It's good to know what they are. But it also means that you did some wrong things automatically too. That's what you need to fix. Take care of that. You're going to be fine. What are the best two big tandems that you've seen play? Who have you seen in terms of true bigs? We could say the Houston Rockets had Akeem the Dream and Akeem the Dream. Sorry. That was a little punch at Yale's. Ralph Sampson. Who else did you see in terms of bigs that had that sort of combination of offensive movement and prowess? I know we don't have a lot of bigs like that in the tandems anyway in the game like that today. It's sort of changed from back in my day, and that's cool. But who did you see? Who did you like? Talk about it. Go back, YouTube some stuff. Check out bigs that got matched up back in the day when we started seeing more teams move away from just having one big, but having two on the floor. Let Maestro know what you think. You know I want to hear it. Holla at your boy. Really cool to call a game with Siege last night. And, I don't know what everybody else was doing, but me and Siege, we were definitely kung fu fighting.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.